Hey everyone, welcome to our Small Footprint. My name is Nissa, and if you're new here, we are a family of 8 who live off-grid in Australia. Today's video is that 2-monthly one that, I always say everyone hates to love, loves to hate, the grocery video. I really enjoy watching grocery videos as well, so I don't know what is appealing about it. I think it gives us lots of ideas, mind you. I really enjoy watching other people's, especially monthly videos. I don't tend to watch any sort of weekly or fortnightly or any of that sort of thing, but monthly shopping videos to see what they buy and in what quantities for what size families, and just some inspiration there. So, I understand why they're appealing, but at the same time, I still think it's a bit strange that we all enjoy watching them. But hey, considering most people don't enjoy grocery shopping, but we enjoy watching other people shop, so here goes. Now, normally I would have a shop with me and a planning video out before the actual grocery haul. I'm going to switch it around this month because my shop with me and my planning video ended up really all over the place and they need quite a bit of editing to make them work. And so I'm just going to get this grocery video out and then I'm going to work on those and make it all work. And sometimes it's not such a bad thing having them after the shopping, because then I can add to it some of my thought processes while I was doing the shopping that go through my head while I'm doing it, but don't necessarily, Anyway, so we are a family of 8 and who live off-grid. We homeschool, we work from home, so we do all our meals from home and we shop every 8 to 9 weeks or 6 times a year-ish. This is an 8-week gap before the next one because I needed to get in before Christmas, so about the 19th of December I go again just before Christmas, and then it might be a longer gap after that depending on how things go. This month Daryl and I are going low carb keto, meat-based keto, so the shopping was a little bit different to normal and we're going to have to see how well it goes. Now, my budget is variable. I don't have a specific budget. I have an idea of how much I can spend, but I don't have a specific budget. What I do is I use a measuring stick based on previous shops. So what I try and do is I work out my calculation. So I work out how much the groceries cost for a week, and then I break it down into 3 meals per day per person. Now, of course, Daryl and I only really eat 2 meals, and the kids probably eat 5 or 6. But we're just using this as a measuring stick. So what I try to do is, I used to keep the 3 meals per day per person under $2 a head. It's now under $3 a head, and if I'm keeping it under $2.50, then I'm doing really well, because for a start the kids have gotten older, they eat more, but also food has increased in price. But I'm okay with up to $3 per meal per person, so $9 per person per day in food, and we eat very well for that. But the way we do that is to buy in bulk and to do a lot of prep work, which is the other thing I show in this video. So if you haven't watched my channel before, I'm going to show this grocery video, and then there will be a roll-on of videos of how I prep, preserve, can, freeze, meal plan, all that sort of stuff with the stuff I've bought. So if you're interested in that, then hit the subscribe button and see the videos that come out over the next 8 weeks. There will be a whole lot of food videos. We will also do Vlogmas this year again, or attempt to, so there'll be that too. For those that are new here also, the 5 of the 6 kids are cow's milk protein intolerant, so we do no dairy for those, though we do purchase cow's milk, UHT cow's milk and cow's milk powder to make yogurt, as they tolerate fermented dairy now. It's taken a while, but they get to that point. Daryl is also somewhat lactose intolerant due to gut biome issues, but because we're doing meat-based keto, last time we did keto many years ago, he was able to tolerate dairy once the whole diet had been changed, so there was no carbs and things like that. Dairy wasn't such a problem, so we will slowly integrate that again into his diet and see how he goes. It really just depends, but the kids do not do much in the way of dairy. We do an occasional hard cheese into a flavor-based thing. We no longer worry about may contain dairy products. They tolerate that okay, and we do the cow's milk, fermented yogurt, and sometimes fermented milk kefir, though the kids accidentally used all my milk kefir grains in a smoothie, so I don't have any milk kefir grains at the moment, but fermented dairy they do okay with. Other than that, we do dairy free, so just that is a disclaimer for getting into the groceries. Yes, let's get into it. I will show you all the food. I'll do my many tables loads like I always do, and then I will come back and give you the figures. Alrighty, first table load. We have rice milk. I ended up with about 48-ish of them. We didn't have any left. So 48, 50 between Aldi and Woolworths. I got 6 packs of the full cream cow's milk for yogurt making and a bag of the full cream milk powder for yogurt. A box of the basil pesto, the 12 basil pesto. I got some bread improver because the bread that I'm going to be making is going to last a couple of days more than it used to if Daryl and I aren't eating it as well, so this will just help it last that extra day or two. A few jars of the tomato paste, there's only one left on the shelf, and some instant yeast, again there's one left on the shelf. All the coconut cream that they had on the shelf there, which ended up being 17-ish, and 12 of the tin corn. I got 6 of the 2 kilos of the raw sugar for any sort of preserving that needs to be done. The 4-litre rice bran oil from Costco. I also got 4 of the mild olive oils from Aldi. These have gone down in price again, $10, $10.99 a litre. So I grabbed them not knowing if the olive oil at Costco was going to be available. We got some juice for the child that has powdered medicine. Some arborio rice. I think there's 1 or 2 left in the bucket, so I just grabbed a couple of extra. Udon noodles, there is 8 here, which is basically only 2 meals worth. A couple of bags of the Coles coffee beans. Some banana chips. These were from Costco, and I actually forgot to buy the small packets from Aldi or Coles, so I grabbed these from Costco, but it says they're with sea salt, which is a bit strange, but we'll give them a go. And the dehydrated vegetables that the kids always ask for, and there was a new one, a Rainbow Roots dehydrated vegetables that I grabbed as well. I got 6 of the 1.8 kilo rolled oats. We still have a few bags left, so I got 6 more of those, and I got 6 more of the spaghetti. We still have plenty of penne and spirals, and we still have some spaghetti, so I just grabbed 6 more to bump up the stocks. I got some cocoa powder because we needed cocoa powder. I would have grabbed more than one. This Woolworths brand wasn't too bad a price, but that was the only one left on the shelf. I had a request for the milk straws from Costco, so I grabbed those for the kids for a treat. We have ketchup for our hot dogs that we always have on shopping night, and I got 2 boxes of the rice crackers, so there's 24 of those, and I grabbed 8 of the tortilla chips. That was all that was on the shelf as well, but that's probably fine because Daryl and I won't be eating them this month. I got 4 packs of toothbrushes because I buy new toothbrushes every 2 months for people to change out their old ones. I got 8 of the dish detergent from Big W, and that's 1 a week-ish. Some of the goat's milk soap. I always buy a couple every month to stock up on the shelf. Some toothpicks. My shampoo and conditioner was half price, so I grabbed myself 1 of those. I grabbed some deodorants that were on special for the girls. Washing detergent from Big W, and then the trigger sprayers on a lot of our cleaning bottles have gone lately. They just don't work. So I had a look. These ones were half price for the bottles, and they're stainless steel, so I thought that was really cool. So I think they were only like $3.50 for the bottles, and then they have these refills, so these little refills fill a whole one of those, and they were half price as well, so I thought I'd give those a go. I did want some hand wash for the sinks at the moment, so that we're not using the dish detergent for hand wash because it just gets overused, and this one here was half price on clearance, and I bought this one which has tablets in it that you add water to and it ends up being foaming wash. I really like foaming hand wash, so I can then use this foaming bottle for something else later. A couple of the kids' shampoos, we had plenty of the other sort. I got 6 boxes of Weet-Bix and 6 of the rice cakes. They still had some left from last month, and I bought a bunch of the freezer Ziploc bags. They were half price as well, so I grabbed a few different sizes of those. So that was table 1. Alrighty, table number 2. We've got a mix of things today. The groceries felt a little bit odd this month. I'm not real sure what I did differently. I'll have to assess that as I go. But we got 4 packs of the burrito tortillas. They are 3 12 packs for about $9, so they're a great price. 2 of the peanut butter. We've still got 2 on the shelf. There's another 2. Maple syrup. 4 of the honey. The honey at Costco is $9 $6.99 per kilo, which is a really good price. I got a 6-pack of the chunky tuna, some AA batteries, AAA batteries. Costco had these goggles for $9.97. I actually bought a few cheap pairs at Kmart, but these are a lot better quality, so I grabbed these as well. We grabbed some pads, some Vanish, the like nappy sand type stuff, and some big garbage bags. I've got an oyster sauce and minced garlic, a 2-pack of the Cheerios. Aldi didn't have any rice bubbles, which I normally buy, and I saw these weren't too bad a price. They're not great. It was 66 per 100, but they're one of the better choices of things like that, so I grabbed them for the kids. Hot dog buns for dinner tonight. They had the ghee in these 3-litre tins that I really wanted, and I was really glad they still had them. They were on sale for $33 each. I grabbed a 2-pack of the olive oil. This is still really expensive, $70 something per 6 litres, but we use it for a lot of things. Some coconut milk for coffee and things like that, though I'll be using cream from this point forward, but the kids and that still use coconut cream. I grabbed a celery. I always grab just a single celery and then freeze it for use in stock and things like that, and they were very cheap at the moment. A box of cherry tomatoes, except that you can already see the bottom of the box because this is what the kids have eaten the whole time they've unpacked the groceries. I got 2 boxes of bananas. These were cheap bananas. I don't know, $12 a box or something. They were really cheap. A box of cheap avocados as well. A bag of cucumbers, which were also a really good price. I think $10 for the bag for those, and I think this might have been $12. And mangoes were really cheap as well. We got boxes of second sort of ones, so they were $20 a box for perfect ones that were just a single layer, and he gave me these boxes that have some slightly marked ones, which we don't have a problem with, but double height. So there's 3 boxes of those, and they were $20 each. All right, next table, all fruit and veg. This one, we got a box of Seconds oranges. These were $1 a kilo. A box of mushrooms. These weren't super cheap. I think it was $30 odd for this box, 34 or something. But being that we're not eating potatoes and all that sort of thing, I thought Daryl would enjoy those. A box of zucchini. I got 6 watermelons. These were 70 cents a kilo, so they were a really good price. So I got 6 of those. A box of apples. I think these are $2 a kilo, nothing special, but nice to have apples in the house. Green ones were the cheapest. A big bag of the small red washed potatoes, which will be really good to cook and freeze for the kids for eating with the pork rind and things like that. I got 4 big cabbages. They were $3 each, which is a really good price for this time of the year. And a box of broccoli, which was 18, so that was a good price too. And we got strawberries and blueberries, so they're all in here. Which we're not going to pull out because we can leave them in there. And it was 4 flats of strawberries. So 4 trays of 6 punnets, and then 3 flats of blueberries are in the bottom there as well, somewhere underneath all these strawberries. So 3 flats of blueberries and 4 of strawberries. Alrighty, next table. We still have 1 esky left, but we've had to empty it out of the car, so we're not there yet. So this is the first 2 eskies. I got some asparagus. It was only like $6.99 for a kilo. We love asparagus when it's in season and cheap. I got a bag of spinach, 4 3-kilo bags of carrots. There was a request for dragon fruit, and I saw this at Costco, so I grabbed it. It wasn't particularly cheap, but I try and fulfill requests where I can. A ham. It's wonderful at Christmas time because we can buy leg ham for cheap. I got 3 of the 2-litre cream. So this is new at Costco, and it's only $11 for a 2-litre of cream, which is a really good price. I'm going to use this for my coffee and stuff. I can freeze it, so I got 3 of them because you can't get it that cheap anywhere else. I also bought a milk. I'm not entirely sure why, because I won't be using milk as much at the moment, but I did buy myself milk. I got 3 of the rolled pork roast. These are the $6.99 a kilo, around about 7 kilos per. I got 3 of those. Some of the Italian style salami that we really like. Now, a whole lot more of this stuff than I normally would, because normally I'm the only one eating it and I try and refrain from eating too much. But because we're going to be doing the meat-based keto, I grabbed a few bits and pieces so that I can have them for snacks and stuff, and Daryl will attempt to take on dairy again once he's changed his diet. So the Grass-fed butter was the cheapest butter at Costco. It was about $1.10 per 100 or $1.20 per 100. The Devondale was $1.40 per 100 and the Lurpak was $1.65. So this just happened to be the cheapest one, so I grabbed some of that. I grabbed some Nuttelex for the kids, some sour cream, and then, as I said, a variety of cheeses. So there was a smoked Havarti that was on special. The Ivy's Reserve cheddar was the cheapest cheddar there to give a go. My normal Mercy Valley that I get, and then I got some sliced stuff so that I can have these as snacks if I'm struggling to find something to eat. And some of the grated Grana Padano and the halloumi as a treat too, because squeaky cheese is really nice. I grabbed the hot dog sausages that we always get. I grabbed some of the streaky bacon from Costco. Now, I don't like paying the $16 a kilo for it, but it's fairly low carb actually, and this particular one, not the maple one, but this one, and it's just going to be a bit of a treat. And then some of the ham for the kids for wraps and sandwiches and that sort of stuff. We'll eat it as well if we need to. Box of beef trim. So this one was, the beef trim is the meat that they turn into mince. This one is a 20 kilo box, so it's $9.90 a kilo, and there'll be 2 or 3 vacuum sealed containers in there of the beef pieces. Alrighty, and this is the last table. Other than we got 4 bags of toilet paper like normal and some paper towel. Other than that, this is it. So the butcher had skin on chicken breasts on special. They were yesterday's special and they still had a little bit left over, so I got 10 kilos of the skin on chicken breast for only $6.99 a kilo. The thigh fillet skin on were on special for $7 a kilo at Woolworths, and I got what they had left, which is around about 10 kilos. And then I also bought some skinless chicken thighs. These will be for making the kids the buttermilk chicken or the cowboy candy marinated chicken for them to have throughout the month. And then the Coles had these on special as well. So I went to different places at different times and got what I could. So I ended up with almost 10 kilos from Woolworths at $7 a kilo and 6 packs of this at Coles. It was on special for $8 a kilo. So all on special, varying prices, but the same sort of stuff. I got a rump from the butcher, $16.99 a kilo. This will cut up nice and thin. We might make some jerky and some stir-fry type beef out of that. Their rib fillets were on special for $29.99 a kilo, so I grabbed that for steak. And they had eye fillet on special for $22.99 a kilo, so I grabbed that as well. Eye fillet's pretty low fat, so the rib fillet's better for the whole carnivore thing. I did grab some butter from Aldi before I went to Costco to get butter because I wasn't sure what the pricing was. The Costco one was cheaper, but I grabbed these two just to have because I wasn't sure what the pricing was. I grabbed a 2 kilo box of white fish from Costco. This was $20 for the 2 kilos, which is a pretty good price. And I grabbed a fresh silverside as well so that we can brine that ourselves and spice it to have as pastrami. I also grabbed a hummus for the kids. I really should get back to making it, but I haven't been. And I got some split chickens from Aldi. Now, the 2 flavors that I normally get are the spiced mango and the Greek lemon one. They're both really quite high in carbs, so they weren't something that Daryl and I were going to be eating. But this flavor, which I haven't seen before, the Portuguese style chili and lemon, is very, very low in carbs. It's got 0.2 grams of carbs per 150 gram serve. So I grabbed a couple of those that Daryl and I can have as well. Economy bacon was $9.99 at the butcher, so I grabbed half a dozen of those. And I grabbed the cheap Woolworths ravioli to put in the freezer for the kids. And whatever veggies, this was all the veggies that they had. Coles had none, and this was all Woolies had. So we've still got a couple of bags in the freezer, and this is not the carrot, cauliflower, broccoli is not the one we normally buy, but this is the one we normally grab. But I just grabbed what they had. It was on special for $5.20, I think, per kilo bag. And that is everything for this month. So that was the groceries for the 8-week period that's to go ahead. Now, there is a few things that I did. I bought some pork panko and some egg white powder online and some electrolytes for Daryl and I going into this meat-based keto. So that was about $120, which I forgot to put in my figure, so add that on to things. I also didn't buy the bulk coconut cream this month because I still have 5 or 6 casks of it left, and Daryl and I won't be using it in our coffee, so I didn't buy more this month. We'll see how we go, because I'll make a lot of ice cream over the warmer months for the kids, so I still will probably need another set for next month, for next shop, but this shop we did okay. I did forget a few things. I forgot pastry for some reason. I'm not real sure why. I forgot to buy pastry, and there was something else that I went, oh, I was going to look at the cauliflower rice at Costco, which I've bought from there previously, and I either it wasn't there or I just didn't see it, or I don't know. So I missed that as well. I think that's about it, but I missed those items. So when I do the planning and the shop with me, we'll go into anything else in more detail, but that's about it for the moment. So we'll go into the figures of this month. Now, my groceries include personal goods, so it includes all the toilet paper, the shampoos, the soaps, the toothbrushes, and all that sort of thing. I don't break that up. That's all included in the shop. I spent $313.76 at Coles. Now, I actually forgot I had a 10% discount on there because I'm a Coles Savers Plus member, which is $7 a month. Easily earn that back even if I'm only shopping every second month, so I miss out on the 10% discount one month. I still manage to easily save that back, and it also gives me double Flybuys points. So I spent $313.76, but it should have been like $275 because I forgot that 10% discount. It's new and I forgot. I also earn Flybuys points there at Coles. I earn Flybuys points at Bunnings and at Kmart, so I'm actually up to about $205 worth of Flybuys dollars that I am going to use in the Christmas shop, because Christmas shop's always a little bit tighter, but I normally use it to buy us prawns for Christmas too. So there's about $200 and something worth of Flybuys points that we'll use next month, and I earn that on that. At Woolworths, I spent $126.20, and then I got 10% off on that, because the Woolworths, it was $35 for the year, and I get 10% off each month and double rewards points, so I well and truly cover that more than like quadruple. So we do that. And then at Big W it was $185.49, which is all the toilet paper and the laundry detergent and things like that, which also gets a 10% discount because you get 10% at Woolworths and at Big W. Now, I had a $200 gift card to go towards both of those for Woolworths because of the Thermomix that I sold last month. So thank you very much to the people who purchased Thermomixes. I got a $200 Woolworths gift card, and so did they for the purchase last month. I spent $352.29 at Aldi, $426.09 at the butcher, which is a lot higher than normal, but I bought a whole bunch of beef because Daryl and I are doing meat-based keto. And they had chicken on special. They had chicken breast, skin on chicken breast for $6.99 a kilo, so I bought 10 kilos of those. Fruit shop was $3.99.09, a bit higher, like a significant spend this month, but we got all those mangoes and all that fruit, and so that's fine. And Costco was $156.703, which is lower than normal, so that sort of makes up for the fact that we spent more elsewhere and it was lower there. It comes to a total of $316.995 with the $200 gift card taken off it, which is $396.25 a week, $56.60 a day, $7.08 per person per day, $2.35 per person per meal, counting 3 meals per day. So I was really happy with that. Even with the $200 added on, it ended up being $2.50 per person per meal. So I really thought that this month would end up more expensive because of the whole meat-based keto thing, but I'm not going to call it good until we see how the month goes. Like, I bought a whole lot extra meat and things like that, but I'm not going to know how the month goes until we know how the month goes with that, so the change of diet there. I didn't buy another bag of baker's flour this month. I still have a 25 kilo bag that I just put into the buckets, which is fine because Daryl and I won't be eating bread, so that will be plenty for all the bread for the kids. What else did I not buy that I quite regularly buy? I think that's about it. I think that's about it. So that was the grocery shop for the end of, what are we in? We're in October, and so I will be going again late December. So that's the 8-week period. So I will see you on the next video, which I will do as the planning shop with me video. I'll combine it into one and I'll make it work. I couldn't get it to work. I pulled all the footage into my computer and just went, yeah, it's just not working. So I will collate it all and add some stuff, and we'll get it out. So in the meantime, thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next video.